In the heart of Africa's most populous nation, a bold transformation is unfolding, one that touches every household, every business, and the future of Nigeria's economy. This is the story of a bold journey to fix Nigeria's broken fiscal foundation. For decades, Nigeria's tax system was tangled in outdated laws and a web of overlapping taxes and multiplicity of collecting agencies.
It's always a problem for us to even get a grasp of what the system in itself is as a business person. I will tell you that the system we met, which is, of course, you call the tax system in Nigeria now, to us, it's more punitive. It's more like we want to punish you for doing well or trying to put items together called business. And which, of course, sometimes it bothers us. Why would I be doing so much? And the establishment, now the government, would not even appreciate, but rather they will bring all kinds of tax laws and all that.
I think we are being overtaxed currently. In this government that everybody is struggling, I think that's too much, to be honest. So I don't know, maybe the federal government needs to work on it.
We pay the local government tax and the state tax, all kind of tax, we pay it. When they came to collect the tax, we paid them and they give us paper as reference for payment.
Some taxes we are receiving, sometimes we don't know where it's coming from. Sometimes they will give us local government bill. They call it third permits. We pay it. Sometimes we bring expected bill. We pay it.
Most entrepreneurs ask us is that, I don't want to register my business because of taxes. I don't want these tax people to start pursuing me. If I register my business now, will I start paying taxes? Which one should I register so that I don't have to pay taxes? How much tax should I pay?
It hasn't been so good, like what the stakeholders will say. We will tell you that there is double taxation. There is, most people say, the people on the lower cadre, what they call the informal sector.
Compliance was hard. Trust was low. Nigeria's tax to GDP ratio hovered below 10%, amongst the lowest in the world. Tax morale weakened. 4 in 5 adults would rather evade their taxes, and most taxpayers do not trust the government, according to a 2019 tax perception report by the NESG. Evasion flourished. Citizens then asked the hard question: what are we getting in return for taxes paid?
To have work in this country is not that easy. Governments are supposed to have create some, foundations that will teach the secondary school students how to get handworks. They will not be waiting for government to do something for them.
And even if you ask me to pay taxes, why should I pay a tax? Because these people, they are not doing anything with our taxes. This is one of the reasons why people even resist registering a business. You know, there's no willingness I've not seen anybody who willingly wants to pay their taxes.
The government is not supporting me in any way in my business. Would they pay for television, for radio? Would they pay for even to cover our shop from the rain?
So I want them to be active in their work. When I rent them money for something, let's add something I rent them money for, be okay. I will benefit from money I'm paying.
I must say, as we speak now, we are using a generator. We are clearing the gutters ourselves. We are tarring the road ourselves. We are digging the boreholes ourselves. All we know is that you walk in and say, pay tax.
You are talking about getting more taxes, aggregating it, making it so attractive to people to pay and all that. People will ask you again, the ones I paid last year, how was it used?
On day one, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu made a promise to fix the tax system and build a fairer, stronger economy.
I have a message for our investors. local authority. Our government shall review all the complaints about multiple taxation.
That promise became a plan. The Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee was formed to simplify taxes, raise revenue fairly, and rebuild public trust.
The committee has been established to address the broad physical challenges facing our economy. Its mandate shall be divided into 3 broad areas. These are: 1. Fiscal governance. B. Tax reforms. And 3rd, growth facilitation. We should no longer tax investment or production, but focus on returns, incomes, and consumption. This government will tax the fruit, but not the seeds.
The task before us is substantial, yet pivotal. Our fiscal policies could benefit from better crafting, grounded in data and evidence, ensuring coherence and consistency. We need enhanced alignment with the modern economy and better coordination with monetary and other policies. Many of our existing laws are outdated, hence they require comprehensive updates to achieve harmonization and address multiplicity of taxes, remove the burden on the poor and vulnerable, while addressing the concerns of all investors, big and small.
This must not be just another talking shop. The steps that you are going to recommend, that you are going to agree amongst yourself as the best for this nation, are eagerly anticipated, so that they too can be an important input into the regeneration.
Quick wins came shortly after. Some executive orders to provide relief and cushion the impact of subsidy removal and naira flotation, a new withholding tax regulation to ease tax burden and cash flow strain on businesses, both large and small. The Economic Stabilization Bill was introduced to harmonize taxes and set the stage for critical reforms, followed by 4 major tax reform bills. But change is never easy. The tax reform bills were greeted with debates, controversies, heated media activities, and some doses of misinformation. The conversations grew louder and sometimes divisive.
The Council acknowledged that the country is underperforming on all indices as it regards yield from major revenue sources, also our tax to GDP ratio, and so on. So after extensive deliberation, NEC noted the need for sufficient alignment between and amongst the stakeholders for the proposed reforms.
We are saying that we need to talk. That's the whole point, so that we tell you where it is hurting us.
President of Nigeria set up this presidential committee to review our tax law and fiscal landscape. They've worked for over 1 year, and the output of their work is what is before the distinguished senator as the 4th tax bill. Here with me today is Mr. Taiwo Oyedele, the chairman, presidential committee that Mr. President set up, and with your permission and the time, I will just yield to him to lead us through the introduction and the item on the bills, and we'll be here to answer questions.
Yet, through dialogue, constructive engagement and negotiations, consensus emerged.
The forum reiterated its strong support for the comprehensive reform of Nigeria's archaic tax laws. Members acknowledge the importance of modernizing the tax system to enhance fiscal stability and align with global best practices.
The reform bills passed, setting the stage for a prosperous fiscal future for Nigeria.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. There is have it.
I must commend the effort of the National Assembly to disagree and agree up to this point, because I can assure you this is the last journey on this bill. From now, we are progressing forward. These are 4 bills that will position Nigeria more strategically when it comes to economic growth than any other bill.
The Senate now adopt the conference committee report on the tax reform bills as presented and as explained. Those in support of the adoption of the tax reform bill say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The tax reform bills are hereby adopted.
With the new tax reform laws, a new era begins. But passing laws is just the beginning. The true reform lies in implementation. For businesses, lower cost. For citizens, better services. For Nigeria, a sustainable fiscal future. But this journey is far from complete. More work remains. We must train, digitize, build trust, and complete the remaining reform measures to finish what we've started. This is not just a reform, it is a reset, a transformation to move Nigeria forward and deliver shared prosperity for the people.